Hey, greetings and salutations to everyone. Um, Welcome to Saturday, and welcome to another hobby hangout with Moi, the Forge of Mars, aka Lee. How are you doing? Have you had a good weekend so far? What have you been up to, and what are you doing tonight with your hobby adventures? Um, as you can see, we've got the Emperor's Children from the other day that we started. Before coming on, I was just sorting out the banner, the chapter banner, by using a little game colour hex lichen, because to be honest, it was the first purple I found. I didn't want it to be exactly the same as the armour, but I wanted it purple with the white there. Plans for today would be adding gold and some more white to certain parts. But that's basically what we're after. Hey JS, how are you? Get myself organised. There we go. Hey Kenneth. Oh, how's your week been? since last we met, which was Wednesday. Excitement. Playing catch up. I've not really. I don't know. I've been in for a couple of hours, but been sorting other stuff out. Got things afoot. Nothing hobby related, unfortunately, but all all funky stuff, no doubt. That as well. Correct. Find me some liberator. That's retribution. That's for later. There it is. And Boom Shaker. Not been too bad. Finished off Conrad Kurz earlier. Nice. So trying to decide if I should be good and paint the Seekers on the table or build some laser Vindicators. I shall ponder this as I Booba-shake. How many Seekers are we talking about? Are we looking at 5 or 10 man squad? So you've done a feature model with Kurz. And how many laser Vindicators are we talking about? We're looking like 3, because that's normally what most people go for. Tell me your numbers, Kenneth. This is a interesting mix of tunage. Only just 5 seekers at the table. Just the 2 vindicates I'm being good. I'd go with the Seekers first, because getting a 5-man squad done would be a nice little thing. It's going to be quicker to do than 2 tanks, and it's building up that momentum again. So having a lot of well, say it's a small squad, but getting a squad done will help, you know, keep the momentum up, and as you move into the 2 tanks. That would be my strategy, at least. Oh, hello. A wild Greg has appeared. Hello, everybody. Say hi to my considerably better half before she pops off to work and leaves me in charge. Hello, you poor woman having to put up with Greg. How are you, Amy? You alright? I did catch a glimpse of your photographs today with the little one, and obviously Amy can pull off a pose with a child where Greg seems to have no ability whatsoever to not only pose but obviously take charge of a situation with a small human. But yeah, it was really great to see, and I hope you're well before you pop off to the shops. I I recommend that you get yourself a treat while you're out, just to help you through the day. Evening, Toby. She said no, she's not all right. Send help. Okay, I shall go for the ultimate sanction, that the Greg protocol, as we call it. SEAL Team 6 will be arriving shortly. It's been fun knowing you, Greg. Amy could pull a pose with a bag of trash, to be fair. Well, I'm just thinking of all the photographs she has with you. So, yeah, she's had to practice. Bless you. Okay, now it's sanctioned to spend more than she earns on clothes at her store. Right. I hope you're all well anyway, and everybody else in the chat today. As you say, we got the small dudes, the smallest of dudes. Oh, don't be like that. They won't be there for another couple of hours. You know, they like to make sure, plan ahead, check out the ground, the lay of the land before they come storming in. Or are you taking Amy to the shops? Is that what you're saying? Booba Shaker. So yes, it's been a week of, well, all we've done this week so far is these guys here. Oh, I did paint that little fella. It's from the Ravaged Stars that Mini War Games are doing, or Mini War Gaming. So I was just pondering around with him last night. Just, yeah, keeping it simple. Don't want to go too cray-cray. Still could do a bit more with it, but, you know, I'm pretty actually, for something that was just made up on the spur of the moment, well, kind of spur of the moment, I'm kind of liking it. The weird alien shenanigan stuff. No, I'm staying here with the kiddos. You're stuck with me, really. I hear you still mixing paints over there. You'll go blind. It's not on camera. You can't say anything. That's for the Patreons. So now on the external edge of the Cataphracti shoulder pads, bit of correct white. Just flip that around, do it from behind. That was unintentional. I was last night, actually, I started watching the Mr. and Mrs. Smith on Amazon with Donald Glover, and it's not like the movie with Angelina and Brad, but I'm actually, I don't know, I'm actually not minding it. I've heard, like, you know, you hear Dad, oh, it's bad reviews, man, and all that sort of stuff, but I actually quite enjoyed it in a weird way. It's not what I was expecting, but yeah, I was actually kind of liking it. So I only watched the one episode. But this week is definitely all about June, or June Part 2, as it's known. I simply cannot wait for that bad boy. Whenever using, obviously, foundation paint, not foundation paints, but, you know, the base paints, I always like to sort of give a little rinse out every now and again before it gets all clumpy. Now, normally, with my heresy scale, Emperor's Children, with like headrests, headrests, headdress, I will be going again with white. I don't feel like the red goes that well with them. I've also got to get some more gold onto a few bits, as well as cloaky. So get that going now. Has anyone seen the leaked pictures of the direwolf kits? There was people were wondering if with the new decals there'd be like Legio Audax decals, but there isn't. No Legio Audax decals at all. So, were they originally resin? Yes, they was. I'd imagine they have very comfy headrests in the drop pods. I can imagine they would actually have very comfy headrests. You know, it's the year 30,000. The headrest technology has exceeded humanity's expectations. Yeah, so with the direwolves now coming in a pack of 2 in plastic, definitely something to be looking forward to, because who doesn't like plastic kits? Remember, Lee, to mind painting the lenses and drilling the barrels. Yes, I'll be using my super duper micro spectrometer drill bits to drill the Durkin out of these barrels, and obviously painting those lenses. I'll be using an Infinity Zero brush. In my defense, it could majorly go wrong. Anyone else a bit bummed the turrets are only 2 of each set in the support box? I don't know. I don't even know what's in the set box. I didn't get a chance to actually look at the the web page for them, so I have no idea. They're not out till next Saturday. Incidentally, next Saturday there will not be a stream because I'll be at Warhammer World for the birthday. Evening Mellow Shade, how are you? How's the house improvements going? Just get was it new kitchen in the other day, wasn't it? Let's find out where the others. Ah, there's a sergeant right there. There might be another one somewhere. All over the place. Outstandingly, this is the attention to detail we have come to expect. Always happy to satisfy and make sure that everyone is getting their money's worth of attention and detail. Kitchen, no, that's one of the last things. One's the living room. Okay. I just saw boxes, and we'll be shortly having some work done on our kitchen. I thought, oh. So I saw the pictures you posted up on Facebook, obviously. That's how I knew. Because you posted the pictures of delivery lorry. Oh, I think because it was Ren, wasn't it, as well? So I always remember the advert for Ren Kitchens. So that's probably why I thought it was a kitchen. We actually, I met up with Mellow Shade inadvertently. I didn't realise that he was going to be attending the theatre the other week. Went to see Garth Marenghi live at the Palace Theatre, and this tall, dark, and handsome man comes striding past me with purpose towards the men's room. And it's Lee. Let's rent bathroom, bedroom. There, see? Well, see? I'm not stalking you, really. It's the thing, we're friends. It's okay, people, we're friends. Jeez, it's been like 12 years, I think. Something like that. It's crazy. A long time. And there's a wild badger has been spotted. He's sneaking in there, sir. You recovered from Beachhead? How did you do in it in the end? Now, I'm just wondering, I say wondering, I am wondering, whether or not I should do the bolter casings in black. Was a good show, shorter than I expected. Paint more Dark Angels tonight. Warboot. Oh yeah, it's Warboot tomorrow, isn't it? I won't be there. I've known about Warboot since last year, I think, or maybe even it was the year before that. It was the one, like it was September one, I think, and then they had one at the start of the year. I was meant to be going to that one, but people pulled out, and the reason for going fell through, so we left that alone. But yeah, I've been wanting to go to that. You know, I do have stuff that I'm feeling that, you know what, I'm just going to sell it. You know, get rid of it and utilise the money towards other projects. My team won. I placed 7th. I lost to Stu in the final round. 15-25. We both only lost the Hound. Oddly, I appeared to be on one of the few to escape the conflu. Yeah, I had a bit of the conflu as well afterwards. Yeah, and then as I was getting over it, my colleague at work, because I hadn't seen him since the Monday, so when I see him, so this was Friday, saw him, he's like, ugh, and then my throat starts like going, oh no, this is starting to hurt now. I said, and I started to feel worse. So it's like, oh great, I've doubled down on the flus. Such a floozy. Good evening, Doc. Hello, Gizmo. Oh yes, Anti Gizmo. Have you seen the? I did share something on Instagram about the Gundam Seed premiere, which I am going to. Haha. Yes, so that's March the 17th down in Bethnal Green, the Genesis Cinema, where they're showing it. So I'll be down there as guest to Rivals Corner. For some reason, he was very kind and generous and said, "Hey, do you want to go to a premiere?" So I went, "Okay." So I'll be down there, you know, influencing, obviously, looking around and watching this the new movie, Gundam Seed. So I'm quite excited. I'm not sure if it's dubbed or not. So be like a load of people in Bethnal Green Cinema watching some anime. The first time I've actually seen anime on a cinema, technically. Yeah. Yeah. I haven't seen any anime on the cinema screens, I don't think. No, I haven't, no. I have a big wad of cash, so I want to be coming home with something classic. Nice. Well, there's definitely going to be, like, I know, like, Garthy, he's been going to a few of them because he does sell a lot of the stuff that he gets, like, sent through that he doesn't paint. Yeah, it's a UK English premiere. Oh, excellent. Woohoo! At least I won't be straining my eyes. That's weird though. It's like I always used to watch anime in Japanese with the subtitles, sort of thing. But as I've gotten older, I've just gotten lazy. Did speak to Matt Wingrove whilst I was there. He told me to get my Titans done. He's always going to tell you to get your Titans done because you should get your Titans done. I'm more of a Universal Century guy. That's cool. I said I'm still a foundling in regards to Gundam. I watched Gundam Unicorn. I think probably about 18 months to 2 years ago. I think I watched that about then. And then I've obviously with new people I've become associated with. Obviously, Anti-Gizmo is always talking about Gundams on occasions, and obviously when Mal has come in here as well, Malcontent, and there's been a little chat on Gundams, and that does sort of help stimulate the interest. And so I'm definitely, after finishing my Unicorn the other day, I've still got to mess about with the head because I'm going to put the Unicorn split horn thing in to make it the full Unicorn. I have been feeling the urge for the NZ666 Cassatria. Definitely want to be getting some of that action. Alright, where's me Corax? Oh, Corvus Black. Although I was trying to watch some of the other, because I was watching Gundam Info, but they don't seem to have a lot of the other stuff. I watched A Witch from Mercury on there, but they didn't have. I think they only had no, I might be confused. It might have only been like 1 or 2 episodes of Gundam Seed. It might be Gundam Seed Destiny. I don't know. What is this Garth Marenghi at the theatre and why do I know about it? Well, you know Garth Marenghi, he's a man of mystery. He's just doing what he does. You know, he was talking about his books. Now, I'll be honest with you, I've had very limited exposure to Garth Marenghi. It's Sam's sort of thing, and so we went, and I actually really enjoyed it because it's the humour is right in my playpen, so it was actually quite enjoyable. it was quite a performance, I give him that. But yes, check out, he's touring, so I don't know where he's off to next. Who knows with Garth Marenghi? The second part of Hathaway's Flash should be out soon. Right, yeah, that's it. I don't like this stuff when you get all these bloody. No, you can get off. I'm not having none of that. Right, I might have to put up with an adverts because obviously when I click onto these new background tunage, he says that's actually go here. There you go. I've been working through the series. Now we are working closely with Bandai. We need the knowledge. I have several kits waiting to be built and have some sets on Blu-ray. Nice. Yeah, I did get one of my my Command Quant Gundam I picked up from your store, your good selves. So, yes. I always check on the shelves when I'm in there, just in case anything just piques my interest. I tried getting into Dark Places, only seen a few episodes. Yeah, it's yeah, the old throat singing. the yeah, the show was really good. It was really well thought out of, and the interaction he had with the crowds as well was actually really, really spot on. And I was actually surprised, like, because again, I've had limited exposure, but there was a real sort of like a lot of proper sort of like fans of his there. So it was made all the more better because of that. Yes. Yeah, the audience participation was really good. Did you queue up and get your book signed as well? Watching you with the Gundam had me looking at suits, though more their opponents with the Leo and Ares suits from Gundam Wing. Yeah, it's definitely, they are really good kits to play about with. Like I actually posted mine onto Twitter the other day, and there was quite a lot of people like jumping in with their comments, and someone put Ben Greaves jumped in and said, "Oh, I really got to get onto doing. I really want to do one of these sort of thing." And this other guy who I think follows me just came in with this like RX-78 kit, which is like super duper MG one with like LEDs and stuff. Like Ben's going, "Yeah, I'm keen, but I'm not £250 keen." So, but yeah, it is such, the kits just, I can't say enough good things about the kits because they just go together like a dream. With the NZ, the Casatria, that one, I've contemplated actually painting that one. So I fancy like I really like the look of the high end ones that I've seen around on the internet. I don't think they're actually an actual kit, but um, I'm really keen to actually paint that one more so than like a unicorn one. And the thing is, with all Gundams, even if you've not seen like cartoons or anything like that, you know, it's more of a case of just seeing, looking at some pictures of them and going, or even looking at the boxes. If you was in a Gundam store, for example, um, and you'd go in there and you'd go, I like the look of that one. You had no idea what cartoon it's from, because you don't really, like, to me, I don't really care that much, because it's the aesthetic for me. I like to have the decent look. You know, that's why at the moment I haven't got an RX-78, although I've got that RX-78, little baby Gundam X standard mini dude. Unfortunately, part of the head is the wrong kit. They put the wrong sprue in there, so I can't actually build it. So I'm actually getting that sorted out. So once I've got the new bit, or the proper sprue, then I can build it. So at the moment I've got 4 Gundams built. I've got another one similar to that of that Ivy got me from Japan when she was out there. Another small little one. So it was my first one I built. And then obviously the Gun Evolver, the Command Quant, and the Unicorn in the RG, which is really, really cool. I was the trepidation with the RG, because it's meant to be quite a lot of involvement in there, but it's worth it. Definitely is. Got to step away for a bit. I will be back. No worries, we'll be here. Yes. And a taxi book to take us home, so we don't have time. As is the way. Really tempted to get a Gundam next month. No idea which series it's from, but I saw a red one with some vaguely dragon-looking bits for 30 quid. I need in my life on my desk. And that's the thing. They are a nice little. You can get like the little stands you can buy separately that you can just like, so you have them posed like in mid-air or something like that. I'm considering some of them for my dudes, because at the moment they're all standing across my 3D printed Manta, not Manta, Mantis. It's a Star Wars spaceship, Mantis, that Brian printed off for one of the games, and I've inherited it. Good evening, Arnold. How are you, buddy? What are you working on tonight? We're all Sardaukar preparing to go to Arrakis, witnessing the blood sacrifices on the stairs. Well, the pyramid. Iron Warriors, no. These are purple. Can't focus. Because I do the same way as I do my Heresy scale, lead belcher base with, well, these have got Magos purple over them. Because I used to use Drushi Violet, like a couple of coats of Drushi Violet. But I think because of the sprue being a bit silvery as well, that's probably giving you the effect. And the camera's been a bit of a dick as well. So, apologies on that. I just like building something I don't have to paint. There is that as well, isn't there? I did, as I say, I ordered myself the Gundam lining pen from Rivals Corner, and I did go round the armour plates with that, because you get there's different colours you can get. Grey's kind of a popular one. I went with the black, and yeah, it actually does. You know, it is like having a micron pen, but you know, it does what you want it to do at the end of the day, which is to accentuate the armour plates. But it does make a huge difference not having to paint these bloody things. But there are some awesome paint jobs out there that I've seen. You know, I'm following like several people now on Instagram, and oh my god, some of them, like the weathering on them as well, is just like fantastic. It's beyond belief, really. It's like I've looked beneath the veil. MS Paints did a great video where he weathered it by spraying matte varnish over it and using oils and weathering stuff to rough it up. Looks super good. I might check that out. If well, you're not in the Discord, are you, Bo? So anything like that, we've got a Gumpler. Thing on there. So if you're wanting to get into Gundam, then you are more than welcome to come in. Just send me a message. I'll send you a link, mate. Oh yeah, you've got Thunderbird stuff as well. Yeah, like doing those lines between the armor plates with like a pen it's quite. I know you can get like the little ink dropper thingy as well, but that's something I'd probably work up to. But for now, the pen for the lining of Gundam plates is definitely worth the few quid I paid for it. Hello, WTF Doll Put here. How are you? And what are you up to this evening? That's the Gundam we gave Dave. His diorama is coming with us to UK GE. Nice. Yeah, I know a few people going to that. I haven't decided if I'm going to venture up there or not. I've never been. In my defence, I've never been to UK Games Expo. Dropped you a link in the Discord, Lee. Full Gundam Seed series on Crunchyroll's YouTube channel. Thanks, mate. I'll definitely be checking that out. What's that plate thingy? What plate thingy? This randomly got on my recommended. Yeah, that's how some people find us, unfortunately. You know, YouTube algorithms. You go, hey, you like stuff? Check this guy out. He does stuff. It's basically it's our hobbying, wargaming, painting hobby, or various models of various war games. I have no idea what you're doing. So These are for a game called Legions Imperialis. They're very small armoured soldiers that you, if I get, here's some I've done previously. So they are teeny tiny dudes, and you basically make up armies of these and roll dice and hopefully win at strategy wargaming stuff. So obviously you get, like with most like real-time strategy games, you've got all your different types of units, you know, infantry, heavy infantry, fast attack infantry, stuff like that. You get little tanks as well, which I might have some to hand, he says. So it's not only little tiny dudes, you also get little tiny tanks like that to go around and you know, roll your dice and hopefully kill stuff. And you also can use my personal favourite things. These are called Titans, which are a lot bigger. So they're basically a walking battleship. So that's about 6 inches tall from base to tip top. So these would support your infantry as they scuttled across the battlefield. You get different types of Titans. That's one of the bigger ones. We've got slightly smaller ones, which I've just lost his arm, so I can't show you that one. Right, there we go. They've got slightly smaller ones, Reaver Titans, sort of jack of all trades, and you magnetise so you can swap weapons in and out as you see fit. So proper sort of big kid stuff. The games of like Army that you wanted to be able to play as a kid, but with adult money, so you can really go mental and invest a lot of time and effort into building. So yeah, you have to build them off the sprues like these. You can paint them to many different selections of like army colour schemes and stuff, and they all have like backgrounds and stuff that you can really sort of delve into and like embrace the horror that is Warhammer. So it's definitely something that has brought me lots of like, you know, yeah, lots of joy in a lot of respect, where you get to build and paint. Oh, that's one of the other Reavers, but I'm missing his arm, so I can't show you him fully loaded up. And you also get smaller dudes. These are small Titans called Warhounds. They're like Scout Titans. They're still pretty nasty if you're using these in battle. So they're all good. Right, I'm going to catch up with the chats. I picked up a mint copy of Titan Legions last week. I'm going to paint them Mortis Imperator. You swine, sir. A cool, damn, sounds cool. It is cool. It is a lot of fun, and it brings, as I said, like painting these armies is an investment of time and money. But when you get a army together and you see them all out on display on a really nice, there's plenty of gaming clubs out and about nowadays you can go to, but seeing them out on a table and taking some photographs of it, I tell you what, it is such a buzz. Just seeing I painted these, I built these, and they just look like a proper sort of badass army across a table. It's worth the hours investment that you put into it. Do you explain this every time someone randomly finds your channel? Not every time, but basically when people actually ask questions, I do try to answer them. Unless you're a Russian bot, which he doesn't appear to be so far. Yeah, as I say, when people have questions, as I say, it's just nice to answer them. I know that if I was going into seeing something, I thought I like the look of that, but I haven't got a clue what's going on. I would ask questions. They're like, what's this? What's happening? What are you doing? What are you doing? And then just find out. And sometimes you just go, that does sound cool. It does, and it piques your interest. I'll just say, would a Russian bot say that as well? Did a follow-up on the War Cradle dystopian industrial scenery set. Vid comes out tomorrow. Works out great. Cool. I'll look forward to seeing that, Arnold. Not doing any hobby tonight. Going to turn in early. Yeah, to be fair, I've been on the go since about 6:30, and I've driven across the county today. Fun. And back again. Kind of complicated, but I think I get it. Yeah, it's all down to what you put into it, really. Some people with Warhammer in general, some people just collect models to build. Some people actually build and paint, and others build, paint, and play games with them. One of our main nerds, hobby nerds, as some people call us, is Henry Cavill. He's a massive Warhammer player, and he's been quite vocal, and that's why he's working now with the people that make this and Amazon to produce TV and films for Warhammer, because that's his dream, is to actually do his hobby and earn money out of it, I guess. Hey, Prime Heretic, I see you sneaking in there. Is it a scale with a mini? Yes, it is to scale. So back in the early days of my hobby career, back in the 80s, when they brought Titans out, they started off with them, and then they thought, oh no, we'll bring out tanks, and everything was all over the place. Now they've actually put, these dudes are in scale with the tanks and everything, and in turn are in scale with the aircraft and Titans. So it's all of one scale, which is never a bad thing, to be fair. So you've got, everything just looks the bollocks. Pardon my French. These dudes here, actually, no, I think they're somewhere else. But these are actually stand about that tall. They're little dreadnoughts. So they're like armoured dead dudes. so one of these guys get in battle, gets horrifically mutilated and blown to buggery, but they're still like, I've got an arm, I've got one eye, I'm still alive, I have uses. And they might just go, hey, you were quite a good soldier, I'm going to stick you into one of these walking coffins that comes with Gatling cannons and fucking claws that rip the crap out of things. And you go, yay! Sorry, I just went off on one there. It used to be Colin Dixon's. I won that at some fantasy campaign packs. I don't want to keep it unused. I'll paint the minis and keep the box and books immaculate. That's all good. But yeah, I was actually thinking about getting one of those Imperators, the Walking Cathedral STLs printed up, because with my amount of Titans, it would be nice to have an Imperator. You're an effective ambassador, Lee. Well, thank you very much, sir. I'd like to see that, Arnold. We'll be pasting a link in the Facebook groups. Evening, Mac. How are you, buddy? Sure, mind you, it's in Dutch. Well, I know two people that would be interested to watch that, because they are Dutch, and you know. But yeah, we'll see. If that's on YouTube, you can get the subtitles anyway, so that's all cool. We'll put it up in a link in the Forge of Mars Discord as well. That's okay. Yeah, that's cool. There is actually a channel for YouTubes, so like recommendations and stuff like that anyway, so feel free to pop it in there. Are you on Twitch? I am not on Twitch. Oh well, I have a Twitch account. I have been pondering putting in a stream on Twitch, because a couple of my friends who are on Twitch have said, "Get on Twitch, do it now." And I haven't as of yet, but yeah, it would be. It is something I am thinking of actually doing. So I will get round to doing it at some stage. But I've got a lot going on at the moment with events coming up. March is a busy month. So I've got birthdays, I've got several birthdays to deal with, and several events that I'm participating and attending. So as I said, next Saturday there won't be a stream because I'll be in Nottingham at Warhammer World for the store birthday, because I thought, why not? Then Saturday week, the 16th, I'm participating in a Dystopian Wars event at Wayland Games in Essex. And then on the Sunday, as I mentioned earlier on, I'm going to the Gundam premiere. So that is going to be an awesome weekend. Right, so get some more paint on these guys. And thanks for the subscription as well. WTF Dole put here. Much appreciated. All good. More night halts tonight. You're doing some great work with those night halts. They are looking awesome. I saw an original Imperator Titan at Element Games War Boot sale. £60. Was tempted, but what would I do with it? I think with that, it's a feature piece. It's something to have on the shelf, because they haven't done a bloody Imperator for these guys yet. Whether or not they do or not is another matter. But yeah, it's definitely worth having there to admire. That's what it's there for. To admire it. And then, knowing our luck, they'll actually make one for AT and Legions. Who knows, though? What are the robotic type noises in the background? The background noise is actually it's Mongolian throat singing, but they used it in the film Dune Part 1. And if you've seen Jing Part 1, you'll now realise, oh yeah, it's that dude. Because he appears twice. Once at the very start of the film, you hear him doing his throat singing. And then you see the dude later on when Mentat Piter de Vries is on Salusa Secundus asking, well, for the Emperor Shaddam IV's elite terror troops, the Sardaukar, to send some of their friends to help the Harkonnens against the Atreides. There's a big ritual thing going on in the background as this guy's chanting away. I thought I'd put it on just for the music we had on beforehand started playing adverts, so I couldn't have that, so I had to turn it off. As did you see the plastic direwolves have hit eBay? Really? Oh my god. What's that? Nottingham Warhammer World is its store birthday next Saturday or next weekend, so it's a ticketed event. I'm not sure if there's still tickets available, but it's it's just a little thing that they're putting on to celebrate their birthday. Sounds like a voice box for people with throat cancer. Yeah. But someone deliberately is singing that or chanting. Managed to get 5 games, but it's hard to get a game up north. Yeah, well, to be fair, it's hard to get games in general, especially because pardon, I'm just crushing a bit, because the nature of social media nowadays. We make friends from all over the place, so yeah, it's harder to get games with people that you get on well with online. I'm kind of lucky that a couple of the guys on the chat, I'll probably see at least once a year at various things. May not have games with them, but I get to see them. So, well, I'm going to see Lee Mellowshade at least twice this year because I saw him the other day, and I'll see him again at Salute, I'm hoping. Right. I'm just going to pop to the door because I've got a drink outside because it's cold and it's keeping it chilled. 2 seconds. Whoa. Right. I'll do some other Goldie bits. Both vids links are in the Discord call. Part 2 won't be live until tomorrow, 7 AM. I love Titanicus, but getting games, man. Yeah. So what I do, if obviously there's not been a lot of official events for Titanicus, so I actually do quite a few intro games every now and again. So it keeps my hand in, and I have been even thinking about just doing organising a little get together somewhere local, because obviously with a lot of Titans I can field obviously or supply for a few people to play games, right? But I've got so much stuff happening with Titans Owners Club and work and life in general. And obviously Dystopian Wars has been taking up most of my gaming stuff time recently, because it is a cool little game system. It is fun. because I'm not playing, there's little motivation to build and paint my stuff. So I'm doing Sigma at the moment, which is fine. It's a good game. Well, that's the thing. It's like, unfortunately, you seem to be like one of those areas where there may not be a lot of people interested. Whereabouts up north are you? Because I know like there's several groups like Maximal Fire. They have a Discord you can join, and there's like people all over it, like the UK. I know, and there's loads. There's a fair few up north as well, but obviously it depends on where up north. Where are we? Where are we? Over here. Hold on, Element Games. Yeah, there's like, I'm sure I've seen people going down that way for games at Element. But even like on Facebook, like the AT18 Facebook group, they even have like, I think they have like a little map, and you can actually put down whereabouts you're from, or you can always put out a little like, hey, where are you? I'm in Oldham, I'm after games. And Manchester, yeah, there's probably at least a dozen people that I've seen, you know, not that I know, but I know of, that are up that sort of way. So yeah, so if you're on Facebook, AT Alpha Tango -18 Facebook group, and you'll be able to find someone on there, or you can even ask the question looking for a game, I guess. Or if you're on Discord, the Maximal Fire, and you should be able to find a game via them. I'm on Maximal Fire. Might check to see if they're doing anything at Warhammer World for the anniversary. Actually, I don't actually like the Warhammer World thing. Is literally, I don't know what the fuck's going on there, to be honest. I'm literally just going up there because I know a few people like going up there that I'm meeting up with. So I did actually consider just taking a Titan with me, like a big Titan, just so like people I'm meeting might want to see what a Titan looks like in the flesh, because they're not something that you tend to meet regularly. And say even attending like some of the other sort of groups like Twisted Titanicus, I think. I don't know if Badger's still around, because Badger attends a lot of gaming things. Yes, I do. Hold on, I'll put it in the chat. 2 secs. There you go. Last time Maximum Fire did something at Warhammer World, coincided with Warhammer Fest. When I moaned about it, they said that only time they could book the whole place out, which is fair. Well, that's the thing. Everyone else was up in Manchester. Yeah, you can join. I say is just follow the link and join up. I know Goonhammer used to do an event up in Nottingham as well. They used to hire out a school nearby in Nottingham, and used to do like quite big events there. But there are several groups out and about, and again, they normally advertise on sort of like AT18 if they've got permission to, or any other corresponding Titanicus hobby groups out there. So you should be able to find something. Welcome to those who have just joined in on the Discord. So just doing the other side of the missiles now. At the and a little sliders in Discord. I thought you was already in it. See, Judge, unluckily, you can't claim first because JS claimed first in the first position as well. He was quite happy. Aesthetically so. Alright, I'm going to have a quick look and change the background music because I've had enough of throat singing. Right, we're going to go old school June. Once we get past the adverts, which I'm going to talk over because it's not very good to have sort of adverts and stuff when you're not, you know. There you go. Right. What was I doing? Alright, hold on. Sorry, I abbreviated it. Adeptus Titanicus 2018. Because it was sort of shortened to AT18. Sorry. So you might already be a member of it. I completely sort of conjured up a Facebook group. Get off. That should take you to open. Yeah, so that should take you to the Facebook group for Adeptus Titanicus 2018. Where was I? There you are. Yeah, that's the thing with Facebook. You do end up like joining so many different groups over the course of the years. So I sort of sort out, left some because I'm not interacting in there, or muted them. That's So back to doing the casings on these bolters. Nope, that's a plasma, and I do them totally different. Bolt pistols, you little bastards. Bloody tiny little things. On a side note, I popped into my local games shop today, managed to get a copy of the Great Slaughter Reserve to pick up next week. Nice! See, not even I have managed to get hold of a copy of the Great Slaughter, and I'm in it. I had the LI cards too, but given I'm concentrating on Sigma at the moment, I'll pass up on that. Yeah, that's the thing though, is like with those cards, they seem to be like once they're gone again. So sometimes it's better to have them just in case. And if not, as long as you don't open them, unless you're going to use them, you can always sell them on eBay. Well, they have multiple copies of the Great Slaughter available. Well, hopefully they will have some at Warhammer World when I'm up there. But won't the cards be out of date in early LI patches, which are probably inevitable? No, because they're mostly unit cards, aren't they? They help you sort of keep track of your units, not so much like stratagems and that. like AT cards, which are obviously stratagems. They're the cards to help you sort of organise your armies. Was Great Slaughter that limited on the day? I picked up a copy from Games Workshop Direct, but as we got allocated 2 copies, bloody hell. Well, I didn't get a chance to get online for about an hour and a half after release, and they were already sold out of most of the stuff, like Spartans and Contemptors and stuff. Admittedly, I was only after the book, really. So, because I'm holding out for Land Raiders. I want me some Land Raiders. Oh my god, this is painful. Just going around just checking and getting all the bolt pistols. I'm not doing the plasmas, and I'm not doing the Praetors stuff yet. Like the cards they used to use for old Epic Space Marine. Yeah. Booba shaker. Little tiny bloody swords. Oh. So dropping the camera there. Always a problem when it's so close. Let's get that. There's my tiny, 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 tiny brush. It's a tiny brush. Oh. It's the same one. Alright, so we just copied it. Not really up to spec on the Space Marine factions. Are these Iron Warriors? No, these are Emperor's Children. Didn't you ask that earlier on? Somebody said that. Somebody else said, like, are they Iron Warriors? No, so actually, if I can. That be purple. So Iron Warriors are that colour, silver, because these have been spray painted with lead belcher for the base coat. Just got to check a few things first. So in the legions, the Emperor's Children are the 3rd legion, the Iron Warriors are the 4th legion, and they do have commonality. Both the Primarchs kind of like each other, or they did in some respects. Maybe not so much nowadays. They're a little bit different schools of thought. I'm just making sure I get the robe. I say robes. The loincloths. Dun, 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 dun. Do some more golds. Yeah, some people do really sort of like pinky sort of thing. Like if you whenever you get a chance to look at like the Horus Heresy artwork, like the earlier stuff, they are more purple. Like this, they're a metallic purple. Do this as well. Gold belt buckle, just to add a bit more detail to them. They liked each other up to the point where one tried to sacrifice the other and ended up with a thunder hammer to the face. To be fair, Fulcrum's had a lot thrown in his face. Well, Perturabo did show Fulgrim he completed Titanicus. He's completed Titanicus model. You look so you look so precise at painting these things. It's something that obviously, as you go through the hobby, you pick up like tips and learn how to sort of hold a brush and approach a model sort of thing. So it is through repetition that you get the sort of the motor skills and precision. You know where to aim for and stuff, and how to approach and what type of brush to use as well. And say like I've watched YouTube videos of other hobbyists where they're doing sort of tutorials on how to paint certain models and stuff like that. And as you progress through the hobby, you will pick up new skills, you will learn new stuff, you will watch somebody paint a model that you think, hey, I like the look of that, and seeing how they do things. But then you sort of create your own identity with the way that you paint, how you are comfortable with painting, because not everybody paints exactly the same. Even where like Warhammer, they do produce like Warhammer tutorial videos free on their sort of Warhammer channels and stuff, and on YouTube, and they'll list all the paints that they use to achieve and the method of how to do it. But everyone has their own take, and so they might say, all right, yeah, I like what you're doing here, but I think I will do it better if I use this particular paint or this particular shade, and you go and do your own thing, and you do it to how you want it to be. You don't feel that you should be confined to sticking with what they provide, sort of thing. We're all individuals. We all make it up as we go along, basically. Do you got to paint them an exact colour or something? If you want to, yes, but not necessarily. With this particular game, you do get a lot of people recreating the factions involved. It was a massive civil war amongst these Space Marine legions and human troops, because these are basically like genetically enhanced superhumans in battle armor and big guns. So you've got the normal like infantry, like modern day soldiery sort of thing with their tanks and their sort of special equipment. These guys are like next level, really, like Universal Soldier / Halo / Gears of War type, big badasses with massive heavy plating, powered armor. That go around the galaxy beating the snot out of everything. And then once upon a time, one of their greatest heroes and leaders decided that, nah, I don't like how things are going. And he turned half the legions against their boss man, who is known as the Emperor. And then just went around on a galactic civil war, destroying everything and everybody. So in that setting, you do, like with these guys, you only have 18 choices if you're sort of going down. It's like I always consider it like it's like historical wargaming of the future, because you have these, the starting, like the origin story and how bad things went. In the later game, because you have Warhammer 40,000, which is 10,000 years after what they call the Horus Heresy. There's thousands of what they call Space Marine chapters. So there are 1,000 strong units, and they have their own iconography, background, coloration. Yeah, in there you can do whatever you want. Go for it. But with these, Heed is here. Heed, who is my birthday twin, and also he's a lover of purple, as he's quite obviously stated there. Paint everything purple. That is his middle name. Paint everything purple. Yeah. So like in this format at the moment, because it's set within that historical setting, ideally Space Marine legions in particular should be one of 18. The human auxiliary troops, them you can paint however you want, because there were literally hundreds of thousands of these units with their own backgrounds, colorations, obviously camo, some have different colorations, iconography as well. So those you can do whatever you want with. But if you're playing the bigger scale game, which I would show you, but I don't seem to have any big Space Marines in here. So the big scale game, which is set further in the future, you can paint whatever you want, but these ones are normally here. I got to get into this game. There are loads of stuff on YouTube. It can be a bit bewildering. Obviously, you're in the Discord now anyway, so there are people there. There are some links, I think, in the YouTube suggestions thing. But Warhammer is massive. It's got a rich tapestry of books and media, games, magazines, and all that sort of shenanigans. But it's going to get probably more popular in the coming years once they start producing like TV shows with Amazon TV, basically. So it is going to get a little bit more popular than it already is, and it is quite popular already. It's been around for sort of 40 odd years, but in recent years it has improved dramatically with sculpts, the models that they produce. It's quite amazing, but they're not the only game out there. There are hundreds of really decent games, like tabletop war games for all different genres. One of which I will pop in. So this is from a tabletop sea battle game called Dystopian Wars. This is a Ganges battle cruiser. It has magnetized weapons, and you sail around blowing the snot out of other ships. So this is a smaller ship. This is the Goda Vidal, Goda Valley, Goda Valley class cruiser. This is another game called a model from Ravaged Star, which was a sort of a community Kickstarter game that's been produced, which I painted the other night. So I don't even know what this is. This is a little gribbly thing. Not gonna lie, the two ships look the same. Yeah, but scale-wise, because they're from the same fleet, so you keep the uniformity of them. So that's a cruiser scale. That's a battle cruiser scale. So you can see it's significantly bigger and more guns. But there are even bigger ships and amazing, like it's like Dystopian Wars is like a very steampunk, diesel punk, Victorian era. But imagine the countries of the Victorian age, sort of thing, becoming like Wakanda, where they discover some special mineral material that basically allows them to make really better efficient technology advances and have flying battleships as well. There are flying battleships in this game, as well as like giant blimps like the Hindenburg, but are also aircraft carriers. And even like you've got like the helo carriers that you probably saw in Marvel in Captain America story sort of thing. There's like a diesel punk versions of them, which is really cool. But yeah, there's a whole universe of games. There's, you name it, there's probably a game for it. So not only like Dungeons and Dragons and stuff like that, but I've seen games that for Aliens, like the movie, based on the movie, so you could be Colonial Marines. That's a fairly new one that's coming out. Halo's bringing out, or a Halo is becoming a tabletop game as well, again for the second time. Star Wars has its own tabletop games, Legions and Shatterpoint, which is like a squad-based one. Paul von Hindenburg. there was an airship called the Hindenburg, and the R101 that Germany, for post Second World War, were trying. Oh, sorry, post First World War. Sorry, when airships were a big thing, they were making them bigger, better to fly across the Atlantic in an airship from Europe to New York. Unfortunately, a lot of them caught fire, so not very good in that respect. But hey ho. Right. That's what I was looking for. I was looking for a colour. The last bit I need to paint, he says. Hello, Arnold. Welcome back. Right. Look at that. Oh, hello. Sorry. I remember seeing Heed, and then yeah, sorry. I feel bad. I'm sorry. How are you? Are you hobbying? I take it. Yeah, kids are down. You got your paintbrushes. Unleashing awesome. Oh, yeah, Savaloy. I haven't had that in years. It was a regular occurrence. Three, two, one. Grovel commencing. None your business. Oh. But I wanted to know. My bad. I'm sorry. Grovel. I'm groveling. I'm feeling really bad. I am sorry. These little guys be starting to come. Are starting to come. Yep, I say this is the last part before I snip them off the sprue and start sticking them onto their bases. But trying to paint little bloody holsters is quite fiddly, to say the least. It's, I'm only pulling a league. Well, thank you. My league needed a pulling. It's not pulled enough, I tell you. Yet. Let's focus my eyes again. So, getting round the back and doing these is easiest first step, he says. It's always easy, he says, as you just slap in some brown paint, a bit of Mornfang over the holsters. As long as you've got the basic coverage of that, so you want it to stand out. So not that you're going to be looking particularly close, but I'm being a bit sort of a little bit anal in this because I've done it for all my first lot of dudes that I paint up, the yellow ones. Kind of feel like I have to do it for these as well. I'm painting your oil can, your rather awesome oil can, if I do say so myself, because that is pretty cool. I was just wondering, can orcs see these guys? There's no evidence that the Emperor's children ever fought the orcs. That's a story I need to know that story now. Oh my god! Imagine if the Emperor's children were at Ulanor. They were just like one. The orcs would have seen them. Why has nobody ever thought of this before? My god. All kind would be undone. It's late for me. So yeah, well, welcome anyway. Thank you for hanging out and learning a little bit about small dudes in power armor. Hope to see you again, and obviously check out with the Discord if you have any questions and queries on that. I'm sure that stuff will get posted up in regards to stuff about heresy and 40k and what have you. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. Take it easy, dude. And Tom Payne, good evening. How the devil are you? I'm okay, thank you very much. I've had a bit of a shitty week. To be totally transparent, but it's better now than it was. Maybe the EC started the whole purple sneaky thing. Orcs kept hearing of these purple marines but never saw them. And so the orc logic, and the rest is history. That could be a legitimate excuse as to why. Emperor's children never faced the orcs. And so that's why I never know. I don't believe they exist. Can't see them. Oh, sneaky, sneaky. Ooh. My brush went wrong. Wrongy brush. No. Sorry, I'm just doing stuff. Doing stuff when I'm not doing what I should be doing, but I'm doing other stuff because that's the kind of guy I am. that's done. Sorry. Alright, what was I doing? I was doing holster still, wasn't I? Something like that. Right. Eyes need to focus. Oh, I've got to do the front parts, that's it. Because I've done the back, got to do the front, ain't I? Govs. If I can see the fronts, that is, because the fronts are a lot less visible. Probably just like a little line like that. Var. 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 And var. Yeah, this is the real tricky stuff. Painting holsters. All these tactical marines and their bloody holsters. But yeah, so these definitely, like one sprue, because obviously on Wednesday I didn't stay around for long on Wednesday's stream because I'd had a really bad night's sleep. In fact, I had hardly any sleep, so that's why it was only on till about an hour and a half, I think. Actually, about 10:30, I think, finished on Wednesday. I just could not function properly. It was quite a long couple of days, to be honest. It was bad nights. A couple of nights. So yeah, don't do things by halves. Yes. What's that? Just a couple more on the missile launchers. Make sure I got these last dudes as well. Yes. Oh, poop. Oh, I've seen your night haunt account. That's sweet. Sweet work. Sorry. should be more present doing these. Oh, focus, eyes, work. Aha. Yes, that is looking good. This is looking most awesome. Yes. Oh, yes. Final aha. Doesn't hurt. Double, triple check. That's good. That is good, yes. Yes. Alright, clippers. Where's me clippers? Clippers. Well, for out thou clips. Don't be little arseholes. Oh. This is not good. Poop. Not what I was hoping for. Just noticed there was a bit of a problem on cloak. Right. There's a lot of writing going on here. These are the proper Legion. Oh, Jesus, where did they come from? The better ones. The better clips. What about the other ones? Oh, God. I swear I'm going mad. Right, we will start with the boss man. Right. So what else is anyone got anything planned for the rest of the weekend apart from hobbying? Like tomorrow? People working? I am. But well, no, obviously Mellow Shade was going to War Boot, so that'll be cool. gluing would be good. Some people are horrified by what I do with my bases. Some people call me mad for putting small rocks on a base, and to a certain extent I agree. If the rain stays away, I'll be out on the bike. Cool. Possibly some hobby, but don't know yet. Need to finish stripping these demonettes before bed. I can reprime them tomorrow. Hiding away hobbying for me. Anyone else done one of those new Bretonian characters on Pegasus? I'm about to throw it across the room trying to do the left arm. That's one of those ones. Just does not get in the fucking program. Will you just do what you need to do, you bastard? Starting on blitzing my pile of shame. The plan is all the box stuff for games I'm not currently actively playing must be stored away in the loft. That's a strategic plan. Well done. Then once a game becomes active, we can bring it out. Yeah, simples. All right. Doing Termies next. Tell you what, it's bloody cold in here. Yeah, I could have just got normal 25mm bases, but these come with these ones. They put all that effort in for me to just stick dudes over it. Well, a bit of a problem there with this dude. What's wrong with you? Let's get that. You should do a tour of your 150 built and painted Titans you have at some point. Well, it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so it's actually 159 now, with the Gryphonicus engines added to. And once I get enough done of the Gryphonicus dudes, I probably will venture back up to Warhammer World and do another one-man Titan walk, because I kind of like doing it, because it's kind of fun. Right, Assault Marines. Oh. Kind of nuts. Yeah, absolutely. Not going to deny that. It is kind of nuts, but kind of enjoyed doing it. Oh. So after snipping them off the sprues, I should always give the bases a little trimming down, just make sure they're as flat as possible for when they do go onto the base. Ooh. So there we go again, third one, but the Assault Marines this time. I think with the Imperial Fists, I did pretty much get a sprue's worth of dudes done in an evening. That was including bases as well. So we're only up to not even 10:30. So going quite well, to be fair. Random rock placement. I don't know what song I'm singing. Submarines. I was just thinking about you. If you were still about, go ahead off. Have a good one all. Well, thank you very much for popping in there. Apologies for my lack of observations. I do humbly beg for your forgiveness. Have a good evening. Night night, sweet dreams. So I think next up we'll go with who are we going? We're going with tiny dudes, normal space marine dudes. No apologies needed. Thank you very much. You are too kind to me. Thank you. That's great. And go for a big rock in the middle. Whoa. Yeah, still there on Toby. Thanks for dropping in, buddy. I hope you have fun stripping those demon heads. And then priming them tomorrow. Good times. Oh, me. Alright. One infantry dude. So I like to split. So sergeant there. And then we have that guy, the auxiliary. As a focal dude of the second sprue. So basically you've got enough guys to do 2 10-man squads type thing, or 1 20-man squad. Make sure to get those rough bits off the bottoms of these. So with the super glue in place, stick Mr. Auxiliary there. A little bit of space at the front. So I can stick a rock in if need be. Ooh, you're a fox. Hey there, long time lurker on your Instagram here. Just wanted to hop in and let you know your stuff is a great inspiration. Well, thank you very much, Hawaii Samurai. It's always welcome to join in or lurk. We're all good here. Everything's cool. But, no, it's really nice. Thank you very much. It's always lovely to hear. At the end of the day, like I like sharing what I'm painting. So if it does help with somebody who's trying to get their head around a certain scheme, I may be doing it and sometimes he just goes, "Hey, I didn't even think of that." It was mostly with some of my Titan schemes I did before, like the Audax and Legio Solaria in particular, because they're quite different to what people were used to at the time, and not a lot of people did a lot of stippling back in those days. It wasn't that long ago, but it weren't a lot of stippling happening in the general consensus of the hobby. But yeah, just doing those two with stipple brush, or using a sponge, it sort of helps people do those little unique style paint schemes. But yeah, no, thank you very much, though. And so, always happy to lurk if you wish. There's no prerequisite requirement that you have to participate. Just hanging out and just enjoying whatever mess I'm doing. Alright, so we are, I think, a little bit over halfway, because you normally make 9 bases out of one sprue, and we haven't done the Contemptors. So yes, so the next lot will be just normal Astartes, he says. 2. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 2 12s. Interesting. It's 2 levels. Could be 11. Really? June 2 out next week, yep. I'm already going to see it. IMAX in it as well. Stippling and Goblin Green and Flock Bases are the greatest heavy metal styles. Going to pop off now. Thanks for the stream, dude. Catch you soon. No worries, Kenneth. Thank you very much, buddy. Always a pleasure seeing you and having a chat. I'll catch you up later on, dude. So, second half of 1. Yeah. Part 2. Got my tickets booked. Yes. You had to. And it's going to be one of those films. I've listened and watched so many YouTube like interviews with the cast and all that, but also like people in general that are talking about the reviews and everything. And yeah, the hype train is definitely loading up and preparing to leave the station. And I'm on board. First class. Are you getting a special June popcorn bucket in the UK? No. I would feel tainted by that. And obviously people were going, hey, you've got one of them. And yeah, I don't want to have the association. I got a free mini poster last film. And that in itself, a mini poster. To be honest, anything you can get for free is always worth it. It might be very impish children, but no. Yes, that's the one. You're welcome. You are an agent of chaos. I'll get to know you one day. You fucking would as well. Right. You can put your... Something we can put in there. Back scratcher! Put your paint shaker in. Replicate. They're selling for £40 on eBay. Actually selling. Yeah, because they're famous because of what they are, and people are going to do stuff to them. Those poor innocent sandworms are now a sex object. Get back over there. You're just objectifying sandworms now. Can't believe you're doing that. Poor, sweet, innocent little sandworms. All 450 metres in. Whew. This is definitely going to get me cancelled in 20 years. I don't think it's going to be that long, mate, to be honest with you. Going down quicker than that. Quicker than a Malaysian ladyboy. It's okay to identify as a sandworm. If you so wish. Shai Halud. I'll just glue my hand to the napkin, kitchen towel, I should say. Right, we're saving, I would say, the best to last, but the trickiest to last. Because it's the missile launchers. Three. Three. 4. Tabletop manager at my friendly local game store messaged me, Old World Open Day, March 30th, so I'm putting together a display table. So we've got to speed up the breadths. Also, 3D printer currently cranking out a whole ass castle. Nice. That will be pretty epic to see once you've actually painted them. Just realised I haven't painted the crest on that dude. Should do it afterwards because got to do this. So what I do with these missile bastards, make sure I get a good bit of glue there, and then I tap his forearm onto the glue, and then onto the actual arm section. And it goes in quite sweet and neat. Meep, meep, meep. Although the sergeant dude just like goes one arm. He's a badass. Ouch. glue all over these bastards. I'm not scared. Sorry. I wish I had more again. Did have 6, but scaled back when we moved house to just 2. Got a new one coming Monday though. Oh, that's plastic. Got 2 resin ones. Designing your own stuff and having it materialise as a real physical object is pretty mind blowing. Yeah, it's amazing what they can do. And honestly, it is the new way of doing hobby, really. My mate Brian literally prints off so much stuff for when he runs his roleplay games and stuff, like whole towns, and paints them up. Right, so that is one sprue of troops. Yeah, there's dumb stuff too, like needing a different wall plate for an outlet, so just going to be making one in 15 minutes. The coolest thing for me is when COVID hit, I flipped the farm into printing PPE, and that was just churning out so much stuff. So many local doctors and hospitals and ambulances didn't have anything. You're a true hero. I'm not being sarcastic for once either. Mine's printing a model tray at the moment. It has indents to pop 1p coins in, and magnetised bases just sit in it. Nice, I printed a bunch of old world movement trays on mine, work out something dumb like 8 cents each. Let's getting bases done. So this is just Mechanica Standard Grey, bit watered down, so it runs better. And try and get the more of the actual main paint on the tip of your brush to get that bit between the legs. You're being asked the question, mate, in case you're not watching. As in not watching the screen because you're doing stuff, but you know, or not watching. Who knows with you? So random. That baby, honestly, ruining your hobby career. Father, pay attention to me. I need my butt changed. Still like Cura. Monday I'll be getting a T-Log IDEX printer. Wasn't really thinking about it, but it has $290 discount and the company's folding, so bit the bullet. But we might be going the bamboo route. That 10-log has dual hot ends. Well, that's actually what I was going to do, but I'm going to hold out a bit. Give us X and X1C when I get a new job. Not cheap. Yeah, so the coolest part is that they can print 2 of something at once, which is going to make printing a lot quicker. After considering the X1C, I ended up with the P1S, no regrets. It's a fantastic printer, would absolutely recommend the AMS though. Game changer in my honest opinion. Well, there you go. for anyone listening to this or watching this live, printers, good ones to go for, and personal recommendations. What for that? Oh, sure. Oh, we'll listen to. Oh, bloody hell. Almost there. Gosh. Yeah. Oh, stretch out. Yeah. Can I ask how we are finding Ally bought Start when it came out? Not had a chance to play it. I've not had the chance to play it either, to be honest. Not in the in the wild. I think you get a lot of people are out there sort of moaning that certain things aren't out, or won't this out, won't this out. But at the end of the day, not everybody is up to the same speed when it comes to painting. So they're not going to be able to knock out the armies that they want or dreamed of just yet, because it's still a relatively new game. You know, it has literally been out for 3 months. So it's already got its first supplement out, well, soon to be out. It's not bad going, but you know, hopefully they'll get their shit into gear. So much that seems to be not working for them. Well, that was the other thing this week I haven't really spoke about at all, really. Borderlands, the movie. I'm looking forward. Never imagined Kevin Hart being Roland. It's just like, huh? Really? Trying to become more of an action hero than a comedy hero. I'm back, Doc. How's the little men's doing? Just doing the bases. So dry brushing on Tyrant Skull over the Mechanica Standard Grey. Throwing them on top of other dudes as well really helps get the overall look. Right, let that dry for a sec. Mm-hmm. Cold. Just give them a few minutes to chill out, and then I'll wash them. Wash them all. Right. Yeah. basic top of it. It's ridiculous. I'm losing focus in my left eye right now. Alright. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. I think that's me done. quite literally. I've been freezing my ass off for an hour. Oh. But they just need a drying. That's it, really. So let's go for a flyby. Come on. No. Little Terminator dudes. Boss man. And submarines. Rockets, more missile launchers. Standard Marines, basically. Plasma dudes, which I've got to do the coils on that, but they've got to dry off properly. And Vexilia. Alright, so let's put that back over here. Blurred. Still blurred. That's quite worrying. Focus is a little bit dodgy on that. Oh, that's better. Yeah, so thank you for hanging out again with me this evening. We've got stream on Wednesday, usual time from 8 PM GMT. And then, actually, no. I'll put some pictures in Discord. So, yeah, so no stream next Saturday, which is the 2nd of March. Well, yeah. Oh, sorry. So, yes, thank you again for hanging out and enjoying keeping me company. So I had to, for a bit, wondering about whose people's opinions at LI now. It's been after a bit. Yes, I'm loving the models. The mini tanks are just amazing, as they are. Looking good, great dude. Thank you very much. Purple is quite subtle. I love a bit of subtlety. LI, I was excited for it, but the excitement has died down due to not being able to get stuff. Yeah, that is going to be a major thing. But hopefully they get their act together and we can start enjoying buying more stuff. All right, so as I said, thank you very much again for hanging out, and I shall leave you to enjoy the rest of your Saturday in peace without me whittering and stuff and just staring at a screen or a model. But thank you all for coming in, hanging out for another couple couple of hours. Been lovely having you here. And I look forward to seeing you again on Thursday. So have a great rest of the weekend, and I'll see you all then. So until then, happy hobbying. Happy hobbying. I'll see you later on.